Well, I can just say this. The fans that left with 6 minutes to go, they missed a hell of a game. And the fans that stayed were really engaged and really helped us. And our guys had a lot of fun. We stayed the course. It's probably the first time that I've been down double figures that I didn't lose my mind in a timeout. Just had some feeling about my guys. And we were due to win one of those. They're a good team. Leon does a great job. You know, they won a championship last year. They're probably the most veteran team in the league. And I like their team. I like Drimmick. Got a relationship with him because of Hugh and the Australia deal. You know, and same with Nick. So I got great respect for them. We just fortunate we made some plays. Guys turned it on, and I think the biggest thing was, as I told them, if we could hold them under 80, we'd win. And I don't know how they did it, but they did it the last 4 minutes. I thought Tim Jacobs came in and gave us a spark when we needed it, and Joe did too. I had Joe and Dane in there, minutes that they're not used to playing. But I told you guys I had a feeling about Dane Kuiper, and I think I'm right. The same feeling I had about Tim Williams a long time ago and Elijah. So we're going to keep plugging. We're going to keep trying to get better, but it was a big win. And we deserved one of those. Basketball guys were looking down on us today. You know, we got to the line 33 times, and that helps. So, all in all, it was a good day.
What did you keep telling your players at the end?
Well, we just had to guard, Henry. We just didn't do a very good job of guarding early. We came out to start the half, and they got on a great run. You got to give them credit. They got on a great run. We missed some shots. We didn't get back in transition, and we did that in the first half. And when we did that in the first half, we were able to guard them, even though they did have 37. But, you know, I just thought that we did a better job. We weren't as crisp executing like we were up there. We came out a couple timeouts, not organized on a couple OBs. But at the end, we were pretty organized. We got a layup out of a timeout for Tim Williams, a heck of a pass from Dane. And then ran some good stuff for Elijah to get him going, and we were able to get to the line. So it was good.
Coach, a lot more basketball questions about this game I want to ask, but I do want to clear up one non-basketball thing
because you're asked to.
Because the police chief issued a statement about you,
Yeah.
your family, and your team.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to say about the threats?
No.
And
I saw the story, and I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, so it's all good. I'm about basketball.
Elijah Brown scores 11 of his 26 in the final 4:06 of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Were you worried at all up in those first 36 minutes that Elijah's shooting struggles kind of were continuing? Did you think he had that in him in the final 4 minutes?
Yeah, if I didn't think I'd had it in him, I would have taken him out. But I just thought something was coming, especially, and let me clarify this, once we get in the bonus, I want him on the floor because he can draw fouls. And, you know, I don't know what the number was. I haven't looked at the last 5 minutes of him getting in the line, but he had to shoot a lot of free throws. So that was one thing. I knew we were in the bonus at the 10-minute mark, and I knew we were going to be in a double bonus. So I kind of hoped he would get it going. He was just pressing a little bit, but he had a great game.
What does it take, you know, for a team down 15 at a 6-minute mark, seeing fans, you know, heading up the stands to?
I didn't really see him. Somebody just told me.
Is that right?
I don't think our guys saw him. I just think I don't know how many people were left in the pit, but it was pretty loud for however many were left. But the people that left missed a great game.
What does it feel like?
A comeback like that.
What's that?
What does it take, you know, to keep believing and having a team that?
I just think my guys have grown up a lot. I think they've grown up a lot, and they've stayed the course. They've listened. They've been very coachable. They haven't got down. I mean, you know, they've been unbelievable the last 10 days. So it's been a lot of fun. But it's been a lot of fun all year. I mean, you know, we've kind of gotten better, and it's fun to coach them. They're fun to watch.
What about your emotions after the game? I saw you had your hand raised up in the air.
I mean, it's good for us, and it's good for me because, you know, we won one of those games when everybody thought we were dead in the water. And I was basically just raising my hands in the air because I appreciated the people that stayed. I mean, the reason why we won the game was the emotion of our fans and the emotion of my team, and they had that never die attitude that we've always had since we've been here. And to be honest with you guys, we've never shown that. We've never shown that fight that we're going to persevere, we're going to go through adversity. We haven't done that. And that was the first time, we had a little adversity when we played them up there, but we went 9-10 at the line late when they made a run. I had to call a couple timeouts up there, but being down 15 and staying the course and believing and keep fighting. And, I got to give my staff a lot of credit because we stayed the course. And it's easy to lose your mind when you're down and getting beat and you're at home. And, I think we stayed even kill. We just kept talking to them, hey, we got to do this, we got to do that, and they did it.
Coach, what's the feeling in that locker room right now?
Well, Henry, I don't know because I'm not there. But it was really good. It was really good. I got great kids. I think some of them are doing the Cam Bairstow thing right now, so I don't know if they're in the locker room. So, I'm sure they're happy. The biggest thing is I just told them we got to be mature, we got to be responsible because, we got a noon practice tomorrow. They got to go to class, and then we leave for Air Force because it's an early game on Saturday. Then we're out the whole week. So, I'm sure they were all jacked up like we all are.
Tim Williams block.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like he scored 18, but it seemed like he had a little bit.
Guys, he's well, when you have three guys guarding you, it's not easy. And he had 18 and 4 blocks, 10 for 13 from the line. I mean, he's first team all league. But I mean, it's one of those things that we're just fortunate. I mean, I'm just fortunate when I talked to his dad. I'm very fortunate that they trusted me. And they only trusted me because they saw what went before us. Our tradition, what we've done with big guys, and they trusted me and wanted him to play on a bigger stage. And I think we've put him in a bigger stage, and he's been able to play at a level that he can play at and be really successful.
How can a game like this, when you said yourself it looked like at times when you may possibly dead in the water, you come back, you beat a good team, how can that propel you to bigger and better things?
Well, I just told him we're still in the chase. I mean, you're still in the chase. You don't know what's going to happen. I told him one at a time, and we'll see how it goes from there. But, we got bigger things in mind, bigger goals, one at a time. But we got my guys are believers, and they know what we've been about. And there's a reason why I have 5 rings sitting on my desk. And not because I'm being arrogant or boastful or whatever, but I want them to see that it's obtainable. And anything can happen. I mean, it's pretty wide open. And I like my guys. Is that good? Is that good?
Anything for this upcoming road trip? He's leaving. We don't have a press conference beforehand. I'm sorry, Coach.
I got Air Force.
We got Air Force.
Okay, let me change gears. Air Force, 2 wins in a row, really good, changed their lineup. They've lost the Lions kid for the year, which is very upsetting because he's an excellent player, one of the top players in the league. Seipels has come on and played really well for them at point guard. I got a great respect for their coach, great respect for what they do, what they stand for, and they're playing really good basketball. It'll be a challenge for us like it is all the time going up there. Playing at noon on Saturday. Will be a challenge, but, we're looking forward to it. It'll be a good test for us to get back on the road and see if we've gotten any better and see if this win helps us. And, the biggest thing that I'm looking for, we're going to come out and play with the same energy. I thought in the first half tonight, I thought we had great energy. I thought the first 6-7 minutes of the second half, we didn't have very good energy because I think it was dictated on what we were doing offensively, missing some shots and doing some things. But Air Force is going to grind you, make it a mentally tough game. You're going to have to guard them and guard their actions, and then you're also going to have to play against a matchup zone and a lot of man, a lot of switching defenses. So, we'll have to be ready for that.
What's so difficult about playing at that venue?
Well, I just think it's a cool venue. I love their gym. It's just the cadets are there. It's just different. It's noontime tip off, and you're playing against a group that's Very disciplined. They know what they're doing. They run great offense, and they make it very difficult for you to score. I mean, I can remember our game last year. You got to be able to make some jump shots, but I think our guys will go with some confidence. I just want to continue for our guys to play at a high effort level. If they do that, then we'll be okay. Is that good? Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
With a lot of points, hit 26, ton in the final few minutes. Big game. Elijah Brown.
Elijah, did you notice the fans leaving at all at like the 16-minute mark?
I did. I was a little hurt, but I mean, we got to play. We got to play in there, whether it's an empty gym, you know, or whether we got 15,000 in there. We can't really do nothing about it. You know, they left early, but we didn't change how we played. You know, we felt like we always had a chance to win the game, but they got to do what they got to do. So.
Yeah, what would you tell them? They said you were watching this, they didn't watch the game. What would you tell them what happened?
We won.
You looked possessed out there in the closing minutes. Like you wanted the team on your back. What was your feeling?
I just try to relax. The last few games, I haven't really shot the ball well, and I think it's just because I've been pressing so much. And once I saw that we had that deficit, and I kind of felt the vibe just within just the whole vibe I was feeling, I felt like people were kind of panicking a little bit. So I just tried to calm down. You know, I'm confident in myself. I'm confident my teammates are going to make plays to get me open. All I have to do is make the shot, which should be the easiest part. You know, I shoot hundreds of shots a day, so I just wanted to try and make shots. I just wanted to win the game however we could.
You guys are down at 15 at the 6-minute mark. What was the difference? If you could put, your finger on something, what was the difference?
Stops. Defense, and we weren't allowing them to get second chance opportunities, letting them get offensive rebounds. Once we got a stop, most of the time we were getting it off the rim. We were going in transition, and they had a hard time guarding that. That's how we should play every game from start to finish. But we didn't. We let them stay in it. We let them get up on us because we didn't really stick to our defensive principles. But we did towards the end of the game, and it worked out for us.
Considering you guys were able to have such a comeback like that, does that show how far you guys have matured from the start of the season to now?
I mean, I think so. I've always said, I have a ton of confidence in this group. And like I said, we did not feel once like we were out the game. We kept saying that in every media, We cut it down to 4 at one point, and then they blew it back up a little bit. So it really was just a matter of us sticking to our game plan and executing, basically doing what the coaches tell us. And I don't know, we're fortunate.
What's the feeling in the locker room right now, man?
Oh, it's great. Guys are in there, I mean, but at the same time, we realize it's just another game. Guys are happy we won. We felt like it's a game that we fought at the end and deserved to win. But at the end of the day, it's one game, and we have another one on Saturday. So enjoy it for now, but it's short-lived.
How can a win like this propel a team to bigger and better things?
I think this can have the same effect on a team just as much as like the San Diego State game had on the other end for us. It can do that to a team. A loss like that can do that to a team, but a win like this can put us on another level. We know what we're capable of, and we didn't play our best game. We still were able to beat one of the better teams in the conference. So it gave us a huge boost, and now we know that these last few regular season games, we have to finish out strong, and the rest will take care of itself in terms of seeding and all that.
In terms of being solely in second place now, do you guys pay that much close attention? I mean, the coach said heading into this game is something he tries not to put too much pressure on you guys thinking like the standings and tournament seeding. But do you guys still kind of have an idea of how important this game was as far as that goes?
I mean, we do. Like Coach said, we try not to put too much emphasis on who we're playing and what position we're in, but the facts are there. We know that this was a battle for second place, and this was a huge game for us to win. We have to have that mindset regardless of who we're playing. And I don't think we really did a great job of that for like a 13 to 14-minute stretch, especially there in the second half. And that's just something we got to get better at. But at the end of the day, we were able to take control of second place, and it doesn't really matter how you got there. It just matters, the end result. So.
As a result, did your team graduate together to another level tonight in that experience?
I hope so. I've said this many times before, though. We're not, you can't define us by one game, whether it be a win or a loss. And we're not thinking that way, or we're thinking that way ourselves. So in terms of that, you know, we're happy with the win. We realize what we're capable of, but we got to go back to the drawing board and see where we can get better. So it's a great feel-good win. You know, we came back from 16, 6 minutes left, but why were we down 16 in the first place? That's kind of the way we have to look at it if we want to be that championship team we think we can be. So it's about getting better, but we're happy with the win.
A lot of basketball teams talk about wanting to be playing their best basketball to get into March. You guys have 5 games left in the conference season, 3 in the month of February. How close is this team to being at that point playing their best basketball?
I think we're pretty close. I mean, we just have to get better at being a consistent team on the offense and defensive end for 40 minutes. I think we're showing spurts. We're getting better in terms of how long we're able to play at a high level. We just have to continue to try and get better and extend that for the whole 40 minutes. Like you said, we have 5 games left. We have a couple good tests that you know we'll take on the road, and then we got some guys coming here that are also big games. So these last 5 are not going to be easy, and we realize that, but it's going to test us, and we feel like we're ready for it, especially with these last few games that we've had, win or loss.
Did any of that adversity, the newspaper distractions this week, affect your team at all?
No, never.
I want to ask you real quick about the stretch in the first half. Jordan hit a couple of threes, Colin a couple of things. I think Dane had one. And then
Right.
Boise State also countered. I think they were like 5 threes over that.
Yeah, that shit was
How
crazy.
crazy was that stretch? I mean, you're a shooter, so you know how tough it is to make those shots.
I mean, it was nice to see a ball go in. I thought there was a lid on the basket. Maybe it was only for me, but at least I was seeing the ball go in. On our end, it was good. We were just giving them too many open looks. Part of it was we were closing out, but we weren't getting a hand on the ball. That's something that we talk about, something that we just have to get better at. We got to work in practice. For shooters, a lot of times just getting there is not enough, and especially with the players we have in this league, just getting to their body, not contesting, that they're still capable of making shots, as we saw tonight. So we just have to do a better job of being there on the catch, knowing our personnel, and making guys like Dermott put on the floor. Just play the right way to defend how coach tells us to defend, and they know what they're talking about, so it'll work out at the end for us.
How much of a sense of relief is it for when you're not having the strongest night shooting that other guys can still be able to find?
It's huge. It's huge. Obviously, I would like to make shots. I think I'm definitely more capable of playing better than what I'm doing right now. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's about winning. And the more shots that they make, more shots that I make, more stops we're able to get, that's the more chance we have to win. So if I'm not making shots, it's really nice to see other guys knock them down and step up and make big plays. Hopefully, my shot will start falling, and then they'll still continue to do the same thing, and then we'll be even harder to stop. But it starts on the defensive end. We gotta get stops. We let them score. I mean, they were on pace to score probably 100 points, but at the end we kind of slowed them down. But it starts on the defensive end. Our offense will take care of itself, as you saw.
What do you remember about Air Force? I mean, obviously a team that's struggling in conference, but traditionally Air Force is a very tough team at their venue. What do you remember about Air Force here and just kind of the challenge coming up?
I mean, they're a very smart team. We have to be extremely disciplined, especially on the defensive end. But once again, we feel like we have an advantage, just like we do at any other game. So it just comes down to what we do as a team. We try not to focus on the other team too much, but as long as we stick to our principles and we're solid for 40 minutes, then we're not really worried about anyone. It's just another game for us. We realize we respect every opponent we play, but we expect to win, no question, whether it's home or away or neutral. So, appreciate it.
Nice game, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.